Hi, it's Ashley Latta here with the latest Lunch and Learn video. And this one is called Be Very Careful Who You Listen to and Who You Take Your Business Advice From. A few years ago, I had a dental technician come and take one of my 2-day ethical sales and communication programs. Now, we don't get many technicians on our courses, and when they do come on, I really want to help them. We allow them to put a table at the back of the room with their models on, and it's great. It's great to see them mingling and network with dentists, and they form some good relationships. And I know a lot of relationships have been formed as a part of those technicians taking part on my course. But halfway through the program on the second day, the technician put his hand up to ask a question. And here was the question. He said, recently I had a dental practice from the south of England asking me for one of my price lists. I sent the price list to him. Do you think I did the right thing? Now, my advice to the technician was no, I would not have sent the price list out. And here's the reason why. If that dental practice contacted you, there's a good chance that the dental practice has got a challenge or is not happy with his present supplier. And what the technician should have done or should do is ring up the practice, make an appointment and actually sit in front of the dentist, form a relationship, find out what his challenge or problem is, and then you can then show the new dentist, how you can help them and hopefully come away with developing a new client. My technician then replied back saying, well, they were 200 miles away difference. It's a long way to go. And my advice was, well, how much is a relationship worth? If you go there, it may take one day, but how much is that client worth potentially monthly for the rest of your, say, the next 20 years or so? And he kept making excuses why he didn't go. And then I stopped him in his track and said, can I ask you a question? Why aren't you visiting the dentist? And that's when he went silent and came back. He said, Ashley, I'm just poor in sales. I then turned around and said, who told you that? Who told you were poor in sales? And then he said it was his brother-in-law. I then said, and what does your brother-in-law do for a living? He says he fixes boilers for British Gas. Now, I have the utmost respect for British Gas boilers. My family want a significantly warm house, and we pay £45 a month. I can't think what the figure is, and we have the British Gas boiler man coming to fix and service my boiler every single year. So I have the utmost respect for British Gas boilers. However, would I take business advice from them? Not sure. They're great at fixing boilers, but I'm not quite sure they're there to give me business advice. But unfortunately, because of who he listened to, my technician, who owns his own business, entrepreneur, was not visiting dental practices because he was told he was poor in sales. And that was a shame because he probably missed out on many hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of opportunities because he listened to someone who's probably not qualified. So to summarize, I hope this video has been useful. Be very careful who you listen to. Make sure, ask yourself, are they qualified to give you business advice? If not, please ignore it, because if you don't, it will impact your confidence and impact all the other conversations you're going to have with future clients or patients. Hope this video has been useful, and I wish you continued success.